Hello world. Now have I got something for you? I bring to you Toyworld TW-D05 Spear. Toyworld Swoop. Yeah, I've got him. I've got him early. Yeah, first in the world. I've checked YouTube. No one else has reviewed this guy yet. I'm first. I've beaten the likes of P.O.G. I've beaten Ben's Collectibles and all those other big guns in America to this toy. I've got him first. Yeah, he arrived today. So I got to review him. I just got to. I'm not a very good reviewer. Hopefully this will bring a few more people into my channel. Just to see the review of this thing because I'm world first. I'm not a very good reviewer. I will try my best to give you a reasonably thorough and as much as I can impartial review of this toy. So here goes. Yes, the fifth member of the Toyworld Dinobots. Now I've got him in robot mode. The reason being is I wanted to start with the good stuff because he comes packaged sort of in pterosaur mode. He's sort of bundled up into a ball in the box with the wings separate. But before we get into that, let's have a quick look at the box, shall we? So here's the box. Fairly typical. It's the same as all the other Toyworld boxes. It's made out of a nice sturdy card with some nice artwork on the front, artwork on the side. It's got artwork on the back showing, you know, the robot mode and the pterosaur mode. More artwork on the side, Toyworld name on the top, load of bump on the bottom. Inside the box, it's got the same Toyworld styrofoam. He does come with accessories. You get the sheet with the collector's card and the sticker. Comes with two nice transparent swords and comes with two missile launchers. Like I said, when he comes packaged, he comes in a ball. The bot is in like a ball in the middle, and the wings you have to put on separately. So let's have a quick look at the robot mode. And as you can see, he's got massive chrome on the wings. You can see he's reflecting the light from my forelight that I have here. The wings have these joints which go into the back. Now they are just peg joints. They're not they don't lock into place as such. They're just there for pure friction. The wings are quite stiff. They go out, but they do have a piece that comes down and fills in the gap, and it pegs in like so. And it can do the same on the other side. Has a hinged piece that comes round and pegs in. And that, as you can see, gives him a monstrous wingspan. The wings can fold up and they are hinged on these double joints, which I don't know whether you can see. It's got these double joints here, so you can bring them out to the side. You can move them around a fair bit. In his robot mode, he obviously the beak folds down the front. Now the beak is attached on this linkage, which I'll try to show you here. You see this linkage? Now on this one, because I got this off, there's two eBay sellers on eBay at the moment who are flogging this toy ahead of its official release. Now, is it genuine or is it a knockoff? The one thing that's got me thinking that it might not be 100% pucker is the box. Even though the quality of the printing looks as good as the others, when you look at the, I don't know whether you can see it, but you can see that the grey backdrop that they're made of is a lighter shade of grey than the other boxes. I don't know whether that means anything. They might have changed their printing ink for the later releases, but that's just something that's different from the other boxes that I've got. It's probably nothing, but you never know. But yeah, so far, now the beak has got a peg in the middle there, which slots into this thing on his chest. Now, on mine it goes in, but as you can see, it's very, very loose, and it keeps popping out all the time. The head is on a ball joint, and when you turn in the head, it's best to keep hold of the beak. It's got a bit of up and down, a little bit of wiggles from side to side, and it will go 360-degree round. Now, unlike the other Toyworld Dinobots, this guy does not have any light piping. All the other Toyworld bots have amazing light piping, but this guy doesn't, and yet it's got the transparent back of his is transparent, but he's got the blue eyes, so he hasn't got light piping, which is unusual because all the other Toyworld bots have got light piping. Now, another couple of things I've noticed about him, he's got these little chest flaps which peg into place in robot mode, but in pterosaur mode they fold up the top, and as you can see, they are loose. In fact, a lot of these pinned joints at the top of the figure are quite loose. I mean, they could probably be fixed, but you know, for a toy that's literally been out of the box no more than about 10 minutes of messing around with it, you know, it shouldn't be like this, surely. And is it genuine? I don't know so much. Anyway, let's carry on with the review. Right, articulation, I've shown you the head. The arms are on a soft ratchet that goes, provided the wings are out of the way of course, that goes all the way around. Now he does have this transformation joint here, but the actual joint is on a ratchet there, the actual shoulder joint. Does have an upper bicep swivel. Now he does have double elbows. Now the main elbow itself looks like it's got a detented ratchet on it, but it isn't actually ratcheted. So it's just a friction joint. And then they have got a secondary ratchet so we can get a full-on curl with his elbow. But that's part of the transformation joint. So that's the arm. Oh yes, he does have the fists do turn, and as far as I know, apart from Grimshaw, he's the first Limbot to have rotating fists. He does have opening fingers, and that's the fists. It has a waist joint, which interestingly, when the beak is pegged into place, it doesn't foul the waist. There's enough clearance for it to move behind it, which is quite interesting and quite thoughtful of them. The legs go all the way forwards, but they only go about 45-degree backwards. Or forwards, 45-degree backwards. Now, obviously, it's got 5 swivels. "90-degree bend, and the feet are quite interesting because the feet are on this this joint here which sticks in the side of the leg, and the feet in pterosaur mode and in arm mode they fold up and peg against the side of the leg mass. but they do have an ankle tilt, and they do have a little bit of forwards and backwards, and they also have an articulating toe joint. So you've got all that going on. So that's pretty much all the bases covered for the robot mode. Now, I have transformed this into all three modes, and transformation's fairly straightforward. You can pretty much suss out where everything goes. There's no surprises. It's reasonably intuitive. But try to get into pterosaur mode now. Straighten the wings out. Now, you clip the head into the back of the beak and just move that out of the way for a moment. Now, on the top of the bot, you've got these joints here for the arms. You have to get rid of the fists first. Yes, the flaps for the fists are quite difficult to get out. You might need a little bit of leverage to get in there. So the fists fold away into the arms. Like so. Now, in fact, I'm going to take the wings off because they're kind of getting in the way. They do, like I said, they just peg into the back of the figure. Now, it's got these joints here. Now, move the head forward. Pull it out. Then you twizzle it round. And then it goes up the top of the figure. Pull it out, twizzle it round, and it goes up the top. Then you peg the arms together, sorry, and that's pretty much it for the top of the figure. Even though I have forgot to put the wings back in. There is two different joints, you can see here, two different joints for putting the wings in. But I think the outer ones are the main ones. And I am starting to get some stress joints appearing around either side of these joints, so that might be something to look out for. I think I've put them on the wrong way round. Now on the chest you have these bits which then fold up onto the front, exposing some missile spam. Now the legs. Now he does have these rather bulky legs. Unfortunately, this is a compromise for the Gestalt mode for the combiner, and doesn't look so bad in bot mode. I mean, in bot mode he looks okay, but when you see what's going to happen to these things in pterosaur mode, you'll think, ugh, horrible. Right, so you obviously flip the legs out. And you have these flaps which open up. Now he does have these extra links, these extra hinges on his knees which lock together with these little tabs on the outside. So you fold out these flaps in the legs. You then unclip these little clip things on the side of the legs, and that allows you turn the joint round 180 degrees, and then that allows you to fold the thing back up. Now there's these little flaps on the side of the chest which you need to open up. As you fold it round, it slides over the body and clips into place, and you can see there that little flap has filled in that void. Do the same this side. Turn that round. Try to get the wing out of the way. You then slide it over, and then you have the little teeth that locate either side. Now we're getting to the getting somewhere near the pterosaur mode. The feet, the robot feet, they fold around, and there's a peg on the side of the leg and a peg on the underside of the foot, and then they peg into place like that. Same on the other side. And again, they're one of these things that doesn't really stay pegged into place very well. Now you've got the dinosaur feet, which were folded up on the back of the robot legs. You can now fold these down. They're on a double hinge joint. Flip the feet round, and then that kind of gives you some chicken legs. Fold out the wings. Put the arms down across the down the back, and then you've got a pterosaur head. And there you go. There he is in his pterosaur mode. Now, this brick that the legs form underneath his body is, in my opinion, unexcusable. I know it's a compromise to work in the combiner gimmick. I think it was in order to balance out the mass of the arms on either side of the gestalt, and that's the reason why they've bulked up the legs of the robot mode. And they had to go somewhere on the pterosaur mode, so they just made it so they fold around the body of the pterosaur. But yeah, there's a couple more things I don't particularly like about this. I don't like the way the arms peg together on the back of the chest. One, they're bulky. They don't sort of sit flush on the back of the pterosaur. And as you can see, they just do not. They do peg together, but they just don't line up. And the link, the thing that the pterosaur head is on, you can see it just does not want to stay in place. And also the crest is getting caught between the arms on the back. So getting it to stay in place is quite difficult. The feet, there's quite a bit of articulation in this mode. The head does have a pivot on it, but because of the fouling of the arms on the back, there's not a lot you can do about it. It really restricts the movement. The legs are on a double joint. They can go right forwards, they can go right back. Of course, the other thing, that the head just does not clip into the robot mode head. It just keeps falling out. That, again, that's another thing that leads me to think this might be a knockoff figure. But now, how would they get a knockoff figure out before an official one? That's part of the reason why I went for this. That's why I wanted to go for this figure that came out ahead of schedule on somebody selling it on eBay, and I just thought, well, it's worth a gamble. So I went for it, and I've got it. And for the most part, it's okay. It's just these few little niggly little things that are really annoying me. I mean, I knew I wasn't going to like the pterosaur mode just simply because of the brick that's sitting underneath it. But from the top, it doesn't look too bad, and the wings are reasonably well articulated. You've got a little bit of movement there, but it's all about the it's all about the chrome. It's all right. It's okay, but it could have been better. And when you put it next to some of the other third-party pterosaurs that have come out, it's the fact that it's like a brick with wings isn't really gonna hold it in good stead. I mean, I think a lot of the reason a lot of people are buying these is just for the blingy chrome. I mean, the Gestalt is absolutely loaded with it. Right. Yeah. Let's do some size comparisons, shall we? Right, going back into robot mode. So time for a few size comparisons. Let's try the other Dinobots, Toyworld Dinobots that I've got so far. Here he is next to Raw. He about same size. And Muddy. There he is next to Muddy. And of course Grimshell. And a couple of other size comparisons that I can do. Masterpiece Exhaust. And Combiner Wars Megatron. Also, while I was in bot mode before, I forgot to show you his guns. Obviously, he comes with the missile launchers, which he can hold in his hand, of course. Which he can hold in his hand. They also peg in his back. There is a peg down here for it. But when you've got that, obviously it fouls his crest on his helmet. He also comes with a pair of nice red swords. And because he's got rotating wrists, you know, you can get some good poses going on with him. Now, in order to do a thorough review, I've got to show you the combiner mode. So, take the weapons away from him. Now, these can actually stay where they are for the moment because they actually form part of the combiner gimmick, but the wings do need to come off. Right, so you take the head and sort of fold it back a bit. The arms, you have to, turn them through 180 degrees. You've got to put the fists away, of course. And then they have this extra elbow link, which allows you to bend them over double like that. And they just sit on the side like that. The legs, you put the stow the robot feet away again. You then open the legs up. And then fold them up again, and then put the sides back in, and then you peg them together. You then pull that out to form the elbow, and then you get the combiner fist, and there's these two pegs here which pegs into there, and then finally you pull out the combiner port, which is top of his chest. Oh, you have to put these bits back on the top as well. These little chest pieces. Put them back on the top. And that is the arm. So yeah, I haven't got Iron Dregs yet. He is on his way. I was kind of hoping he would arrive before this guy, but he hasn't. I have had a bit of a issue with the eBay seller who was selling Dregs, because he was kind of selling it less than half price, and then 2 days after I won the auction, his account got shut down. So, ooh, dodgy. So it might not ever arrive, so I might have to buy another one. Yeah, so that is his combiner limb. Now, I'm in two minds whether to show you the combiner now with this limb attached, as I haven't got the full set. Other people have shown the combiner with Dregs as a limb. I don't know whether it's worth showing you the combiner with Spear as a limb until I've got the full set. I might do a follow-up video like Omega Supreme did with his Gestalt. So I'm thinking I'll do that. So for now, I think we'll call this review. Sorry if you come here expecting a professional review. I'm not a professional reviewer. I'm just somebody who collects toys and then just decided to do videos. So sorry if it isn't quite what you expected, but still, it's out there. You know, I got there first. It's nice to be able to be the first person to review a transforming toy. It's only going to happen the once, so I thought I'd try and make a go of it. So yeah, that's been me, TFR Wilderness, showing you off my latest acquisition. I hope you found this review interesting, and I hope it's answered a few of your questions about this figure. The next thing I want to say is I'm not 100% sure whether this is a knockoff. It has got a lot of loose things on it, but is that just par for the course? Is it just my figure, or are they all like that? I'll be interested to see when other people start reviewing this toy what their experiences of it are, whether they've got loose joints on theirs. And is the box the same? The same dark colour grey or the lighter colour grey? Be interesting to see. I don't know. We'll have to see when other people start reviewing this toy. But anyway, like I said, first in the world! Yeah, so I'll see you around. Thanks for watching. Bye.